let's jump into the layoff picture, right? Because nearly, and I may be exaggerating this number, but just off the numbers, and I'm going to use my notes here because these are
Yeah, you had
tough.
sent it to me.
These are tough numbers to memorize, y'all. But just in the, I mean, well, US slash global, right?
Mm-hmm.
Numbers nearing close to 100,000 employees within just the last 6 months have been laid off, right? I'm going to go down this list. So, top of the list is actually Amazon with they'll be laying off 9,000 employees this coming Monday. So by the time you guys hear this podcast, they've already been laid off. 9,000 employees total on top of the 18,000 they've already laid off, which is insane.
27,000
Yeah, it's
employees.
like, oh, okay, what's that to Amazon, right?
Yeah.
A big chunk of that came from Amazon Web Services. Okay, so Meta, also known as Facebook, will lay off an additional 10,000 employees on top of the 11,000 employees laid off in November. That's 25% of their total workforce. Mark Zuckerberg said in a meeting or interview, I believe, sometime last week or month, he said it will be a bloodbath and that this is part of the economic times looking ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Zuckerberg understands what's in front of us. He understands that the decisions that were made within the last 2 years weren't probably for the best decisions, right? That were coming for any company, for any large, not only just big tech, but just any company,
Mm-hmm.
right? He probably thinks that about changing the name to Meta from Facebook. He's
Mm-hmm.
probably regretting it right now, right? But it is what it is. And he's making the adjustments necessary. 25% of the company, I don't think, looking at these numbers, because I'm just scrolling, no other company, tech or not, has laid off that size of their company. That is massive.
It's a lot of your
That is
workforce.
massive for one of the biggest tech companies, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Meta is no longer Meta, right? I mean, because Meta means
It's beta.
yeah, Meta's now been downgraded to beta. So wow, we joke about it, but man,
Sad,
sorry if
man.
you were working for Meta and you got laid off, man. All those people that bragged
Any of
about
these
working for
companies,
them,
not the,
yeah,
the companies we're yet to go through, you know?
a lot of people bragged about working for them too.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the Facebook? I work
Every
for
tech
Facebook.
company.
Work for Facebook, and that's
Every
like,
tech company. You see the TikToks, I
yeah,
start my
yeah.
day with a
This
matcha
is what my day
latte.
looks like. I
Yeah.
don't do shit. It's like okay,
Yeah.
well now you really
And
don't
I,
do
yeah,
shit.
now you don't have a job.
Right?
And
Goddamn, man. Fuck. It's just so hard to read these numbers out loud because these are real people, real lives being impacted by our economy. And again, just going back to how we talked about this being the beginning,
mm-hmm.
is scary.
Yeah,
You know?
it really is.
So combined with Meta and Amazon, you're looking at 48,000 total employees within the last 6 months.
It's insane.
That I mean, if we're looking at the total layoff picture being close to
And
100K,
think about it. It's almost 50. That's almost 50,000 families. Doesn't just affect those 48,000 people. That affects 48,000 times two, times three, times four, however big their family
yeah.
is. And that's just those two companies alone.
And these aren't low paying jobs. If you work for Meta, if you work for Amazon, a lot of people's like,
Those are
oh,
careers.
they're laying off the drivers. And I'm like, no. Amazon Web Services took the
It's
biggest
their tech
hit.
team.
They don't have drivers. Like a lot of those drivers are contractors,
Hmm. Yeah.
So these are these are six-figure jobs,
Yep.
if anything. So yeah, it's gonna save the company a lot of money. It's massive when it comes to cost cutting, but damn, close to 50K in just 6 months from just two of the largest tech companies, not including Google,
Yeah.
right? Not
Google's
including
laying off a bunch
Microsoft.
too, right?
Yeah, so let's continue. Other layoffs. Indeed, the number one job site,
Job search site.
job search site cuts 2,200 employees, which was a total of 15% of their workforce. That's massive, and that's also the first time
That's just they
they've
just
ever laid
they
off.
just built a new headquarters in Austin.
That headquarters is a new building is actually almost done.
Oh, it's still
Um,
not done yet.
Still not done yet, but
But now it's gonna be partially empty.
no. So what's going on with that is because I did some reading on that. What's going on with that is they have an old building that they're using for
Mm-hmm.
the office space. They'll be transitioning to that new building,
Mm.
right? So they're not going to have an extra building, right? So it'll be replacing that building.
Okay.
Disney, this is a big one. Disney is going to lay off 7,000 employees by April. But check this out: total of 3% of their total workforce. But because Disney owns ESPN,
Oh,
ESPN will get impacted.
yeah.
There was a lot of talk.
Stephen A is gonna lose
Well,
his job.
no. Here's the thing. Anyways, Disney said, "Fuck you, Mickey Mouse. We gotta lay your ass off. You and Minnie Mouse don't get jobs. No one
Damn,
is safe."
son.
I don't know a lot about this company, Accenture, but they're massive. They're global.
They
They're
sound
massive.
familiar.
They're so massive that they cut 19,000 jobs, or planning on cutting 19,000 jobs total worldwide. Check this out. Guess how much percent of their workforce that
If
is?
you said they're huge, I'm guessing like 1%.
Damn it, Gabe. You're supposed to be wrong so I can surprise you with a number.
It's 1%?
He's just sucks at this. So
I'm
it's
not an actor, bro.
you don't have to be an actor.
I'm just
Just
a
say the
man.
wrong
I
answer so
think
I
I
can
say this every
surprise
I
you.
think I say this every episode. I'm a man. I'm just a simple guy. I'm simple Jack.
I'm not a boy, I'm a man. Simple Jack. Tropic Thunder. 2.5% of their total workforce. And this is happening over the next 18 months, which, okay, at least they gave people wiggle room, right?
Yeah.
But still,
Still sucks.
19,000? Holy crap. Google, here we go. Google to cut 6% of its workforce, which is a total of 12,000 employees.
Wow.
Still massive. What surprises me, though, if I'm being honest, I never imagined Amazon being the biggest culprit of them all,
Hmm.
right? With 28,000 employees, still counting probably. Google's only at 12,000. These are the
I
trillion
think
dollar
that
companies.
people have less buying power. Amazon gets more of its revenue from the buying power versus Google, where it gets its from ad revenue. So,
Google just owns everything. Remember YouTube,
hmm
right? YouTube is Google's
second
biggest
biggest search
baby.
engine in the world
Yeah,
behind Google.
yeah. And there you go. PayPal cutting 7% of its workforce, over 2,000 employees, which is, PayPal's not that big.
No.
It's pretty big, but it's not that big. Microsoft, this is the one. You know what's funny about Microsoft is, as I was looking, I didn't find a lot of literature on their layoffs, and I
Hmm.
think they don't want to be as transparent. So what I was able to find was that Microsoft is going to lay off 10,000 employees. Doesn't say when, doesn't say like if that's like something they're going down the road, if they've already done that, if that's like their total number, right?
Yeah.
They didn't even show how much of that of their workforce it is. I guess I could dig deeper to find out.
They need a better PR office.
Bill Gates, bro. He's like, don't no.
To hear the full episode, you can find us on every major podcast streaming service. Also, for more content like this, make sure you like and subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. You can find our links in the bio and in the description below. Stay tuned, and we can't wait to see you back at the shack.